Hi everyone, it's Anthony back with another video, and today we're actually going to be going through a kind of little mini haul for some products that I picked up. And there's some other products in my stash that I didn't get today that I might be mentioning just as we're talking about some of this stuff. So it's just kind of like a new product welcome, not necessarily into my routine, but kind of into my stash. Wanted to cover a few things. I had to go into the office today to pick up a replacement laptop or a repaired laptop. And on my way home, I stopped by a couple places just kind of like on my lunch break since I got to go out and about today. And so I stopped at a few places on my way back to the house. So got this stuff and now we're wrapped up for the evening. But I decided to throw together this quick kind of haul unboxing kind of thing just from some stores that I swung by today. So I was excited about a few products, excited to share them. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first place that I stopped at was TJ Maxx, and it's been a long time since I've been in a TJ Maxx, let alone it's been a long time since I've found anything that I was particularly interested in. Usually, or previously, I would go to TJ Maxx and mainly look for K-beauty skincare. And while I did find some things here and there, for the most part, the brands weren't necessarily brands that I was starting to love. I wasn't finding Cosrx or anything like that there. Just kind of finding some odds and ends as far as the brands, and the formulations weren't always that great. So after my first buy all the things that are made in Korea and started to look at formulations and start to understand my skin, I started to move away from shopping at TJ Maxx. And more recently, I've seen some Dr. Jart there and some other brands that are a little bit more well-known or mainstream, but still nothing that really jumped out at me. So now that I've started to look at TJ Maxx or started to look for more Western brands, this brand in particular, which I'm about to share, I'm starting to see some more things. I'm like, hold on a minute, that's actually fairly interesting. And so the product that I picked up is this huge tub from First Aid Beauty. It's their Ultra Repair Cream. This is their Cucumber and Melon edition. So I know that they roll out different editions of their Ultra Repair Cream Intense Hydration throughout various seasons. So I'm assuming Cucumber and Melon might have been the summer scent or the summer flavor, but I just didn't expect to see such a huge tub. And I looked it up online. Usually when I go to TJ Maxx or any of the discount stores, I'll look up while I'm in the store how much it would be full price, just to make sure I'm getting a decent deal. At Sephora, the smaller size of this tub comes in at $34, and then I did find this particular size. This is 14 ounces or 396.8 milliliters on Walmart's website for $44, and this was at TJ Maxx for $19.99. So less than half off where you would, find it elsewhere. And so I do have the original version of this still in my stash yet to try. So I might actually start with that one and then roll right into this just to see how the difference is in the scent, see if there's any change in what the Cucumber and Melon might be able to provide. From what I was looking, they don't add artificial fragrance or perfume to this to get that scent. It looks like they actually use melon fruit extract, cucumber fruit extract. There's apple extract in here, raspberry extract. So those extracts, while they might impart some fragrance, might also have some beneficial properties. Cucumber extract is known for soothing and hydrating. Melon is used in a couple of products I've used in the past, once again for hydration. So it could enhance the scent or give you kind of a summer vibe, but it might also help with some hydration and maybe even some soothing. So I'm very curious to try this one out. It is a lot of product to get through, so I think I might start using the regular repair cream over the winter and then start on this rolling into spring and summer of next year. So we'll see. There's probably even enough here that I could use this on my body as well. And in fact, I think they say you can use this for face and body. And there's enough here. I mean, 14 ounces is a lot, especially since most lotions that you find or most moisturizers for the face are coming in at 50 milliliters, which is like 1.7 ounces. And this is 14. So it's like not quite 10 times the size, but it's like 9 times the size of a normal moisturizer. So really looking forward to giving that a try. Next up, we have the, so left TJ Maxx. That's the only thing I found that was of interest to me there. There was some other First Aid Beauty products, but I kind of passed on those because it was a lot of eye creams and some things that I wouldn't necessarily use. And then I did find a clay mask or like a clay peel, but it really didn't jump out at me. So I left TJ Maxx, popped next door to Ulta, and what I found there was actually kind of surprising. It's something that's been on a wish list that I was like, let me look into this a bit more. But it's from the brand Baxter of California, and it's their daily face wash. So this might throw some of you for a loop because not only is this, you know, outside of my K-beauty world as is First Aid Beauty, but it's also from a men's line, and men's specific products are something that I quickly moved away from after starting a legitimate skincare routine, I suppose, or learning more about K-beauty and just kind of researching more about what differentiates men's skincare from the rest. And for the most part, the only difference is the addition of more fragrance. There's usually a higher amount of that kind of cologne, woodsy scent to denote a men's product. And I've really strayed away from, you know, if a skincare product works for me, it doesn't matter who it was marketed towards, whether that be gender or skin tone or skin condition. If it works for me, it works for me, and I'll continue using it. So I don't think I've shopped in the men's skincare section or picked up a men's specific product since I started working K-beauty into my routine. So it's been a couple years, but this particular product popped up on my radar because I was looking at another men's skincare brand and their face wash, and I was like, this is a pretty decent formulation. What else is out there? And I stumbled upon this, and so I just kind of fell in love with the ingredients list because it's so incredibly simple. It's completely fragrance-free, no essential oils, no artificial fragrance. It literally is your coconut-based surfactant, so you've got a pH-balanced product here. You have sodium hyaluronate in here, castor oil. You've also got allantoin, caffeine, aloe leaf juice powder, and some citric acid. There is also a form of LHA in here, which is kind of the more gentler version of an AHA. So it's just kind of very, very mildly exfoliating. So aloe vera, glycerin, allantoin, caffeine, LHA. So in the ingredients list in total, I think might be 15 or less ingredients. It's really just surfactants and some of their key ingredients. So no citrus-based extracts, no essential oils, no fragrance. It's not a high pH cleanser or one that uses SLS or some of those other surfactants or foaming agents that can boost the pH. So it just looked like a very stripped down basic cleanser with a couple of things thrown in for some mild exfoliation, but even that, it's not like super potent. Nothing looks like super intense. And so I was just kind of shocked to see that from a men's line. They do have some serums and some other products, lotions and stuff that did kind of skew more towards a men's specific line. So that's why I didn't get everything from this brand. But this cleanser, especially since it comes in at 8 ounces, 236 milliliters, and I think I paid something like $24 to $25 for a cleanser of this size. I think that's a pretty good deal. So I'm curious to give this one a try. I also have in my stash the Goodfellow & Co. Kelp and Sea Mineral Face Wash. This is a Target brand. I picked this up. This is a men's line. It has coconut-based surfactants here as well. Fragrance, artificial fragrance does make it fairly high on the list. However, I don't really respond negatively to artificial fragrance yet. Of course, skin changes, everything's a potential irritant, so the more potential irritants you add into your routine, the chances of you developing a sensitivity are therefore higher. So it's something to keep in mind. I personally react poorly to essential oils, more specifically citrus-based essential oils. So when I do see synthetic fragrance in a skincare product, I don't get too scared. And it's something that I'm gonna start weaning myself out of talking about. I've mentioned it in a number of videos, so just know that Anthony uses synthetic fragrance and he uses essential oils as long as they're not super high on the ingredients list or aren't specifically centered around citrus. So grapefruit, bergamot, orange, lemon, lime. If I see those in like the top half of an ingredients list, or if I see all of them together at the bottom, I'll usually stray away. But other than that, I'm pretty open to trying a lot of different things. So just something to keep in mind as we go forward, because I hate having to give a disclaimer every single video. Anyway, moving on. So there is fragrance here. Rice extract in here, shiitake mushroom extract. There's lemon fruit extract as opposed to the essential oil, so I'm hoping, you know, we'll see. Papaya extract in here, lactobacillus ferment, and niacinamide is in here as well. So finding a face wash that has a lot of those like key things that you're looking for in a modern day cleanser. So low pH, getting some sort of, you know, papaya extract or some lactobacillus, so some brightening ingredients in here. Niacinamide also will help support brightening, reducing redness. So a rice extract is in here as well. So seeing a lot of these ingredients, I was like, this doesn't look like the Old Spice or whatever Axe body wash slash shampoo slash face wash that I've been so accustomed to seeing for so many years. And so I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. And I think it was like $6, and this is 147 milliliters. So very, very curious. And then I also picked up their lotion. So this is 118 milliliters of lotion, their face moisturizer. Once again, kelp and sea mineral is what it's based around, or what its focus is. You've got water, glycerin, shea butter in here, some fatty alcohols, sunflower seed oil, sodium hyaluronate, apricot kernel oil, and then some rice extract, niacinamide, and then your fragrance comes at the very end. I'm not seeing kelp or sea minerals in either one, so that might just be the scent that they're trying to create with their artificial fragrance. So just something to keep that in mind. But finding a lotion that has shea butter and the sodium hyaluronate and there's squalane in here and the rice extract and niacinamide, it's just not what I was expecting from a grocery store kind of big box brand skincare product geared towards men. You think that that would just be, here is some water, glycerin, some texturizers, and a whole bunch of fragrance, and that's not what you find in these. So looking forward to giving all of those a try. And so that's it for Ulta. Just picked up that one thing. There was a couple other face washes that I was considering, but I have so many. There was some stuff from Tula that I was looking at, but then the essential oils scared me away. So I ended up just grabbing that one because it was on my on the app. I had saved it as a potential purchase, so I ended up grabbing that. And then my last stop before I got home and got back to work was Sephora. And oh my God, why did I? Anyway, so I got three things there, just three things, but they're things that they were all mentioned on Hiram's most recent video about Tatcha skincare. And so he provided some of the Tatcha products that he does like or does enjoy, and then provided some alternatives or some dupes to those products because the price of Tatcha can be a little prohibitive for some. So I ended up getting a little bit of a mix. I got 3 different products. 2 of them are Tatcha. One of them is one of his dupes that he recommended. And so I'll start off with the moisturizer that I picked up, and this is from First Aid Beauty, and this is their coconut water cream. And so he recommended this as a potential alternative to Tatcha's. Is it just called the water cream from Tatcha? I don't know. I'll put it down somewhere if that isn't the right name. So he said I believe he said he liked the water cream. However, if you're looking for a more affordable alternative, the coconut water cream is something that he's recommended in several different videos. This uses coconut fruit juice. You have dimethicone in here, which is like a synthetic moisture locking ingredient. It's in a lot of products. We all know our silicones. Coconut fruit extract is in here, apple fruit, apricot, vanilla fruit. Interesting. So yeah, that might be for fragrance. Sodium hyaluronate. You also have feverfew extract for calming, green tea leaf, coffee seed extract. Yeah, so it just looks like a very, very basic kind of watery looking seeming hydrator, especially with the coconut water and those types of things in there. But the silicones will act as a moisture locking ingredient, which is some people kind of steer away from silicones. I happen to like them. My skin, I used to associate them with that slippery kind of feel on your skin, which I didn't like, but in certain moisturizers and hydrators, it works really, really well. And over time, my skin really seems to like those in favor of some other carrier oils, especially, what's the oil that's in every single Drunk Elephant product? Whatever that oil is, my skin freaks out, and so having something like silicone that's like a synthetic version is a little less irritating for my skin in certain circumstances. So needless to say, I picked this up. I was gonna go ahead and go for the water cream, but he really recommended this, and I trust a lot of Hiram's recommendations, so I'm gonna give this a shot first. I believe this was $35 for 50 milliliters, whereas the water cream is in the $60 range. And it's for the same amount, so we'll see how this goes. If I end up liking this, I might still pursue the water cream. I don't have a problem with trying both because I like to share my thoughts and opinions and add more content to the blog, so I would give it a shot, but we're gonna start here. I even have, I have the Tatcha, the Dewy skin cream, so I'm still waiting to work this into my routine, and I think this is a little bit more hydrating, a little bit more rich than the water cream. I hope that's the name of it, the water cream, and I think they have a couple other hydrators. So I think they have a night cream and then something that might even be more intense than this. So I'll be curious to see how they compare those types of things. So there's that from First Aid Beauty, and then the last two products I got are both from Tatcha, and this is the Deep Cleanse. And so this is their kind of peeling / mildly exfoliating cleanser. And so I really liked Hiram's explanation of this, that it has like the Japanese loofah, or there's like a kind of almost like a spongy material that provides a really gentle, mild exfoliation or buffing as you use this product. So that piqued my interest because I'm always looking for a gentle cleanse, but a cleanse that does a little bit more specific to oily, acne-prone skin, also for resurfacing, kind of removing dead skin cells, those types of things, a little bit more than just a plain cleanser. So this might be something that I don't necessarily work into my routine every single day. It might be something that I just use a few times a week. We'll see once I open it. And I also have, this is the rice wash from Tatcha, and so this also, from what I was watching on Beauty Within, this also has a little bit of maybe some mild exfoliating power because there's some bits of the actual rice in it. So I'm curious to see which one of these is considered the more gentle version. I would think the rice wash would be, but they both have some form of little bits or something in the formulation to add a bit more than just a gel or a cream. So very curious for both of those. And then the last thing that I picked up today was from Tatcha, and it's the rice polish. And I went ahead and went with the deep version. It uses, all of them except for one of them uses papaya enzymes as its exfoliant. So that's kind of a mild AHA, has some mild exfoliating properties. The deep has the highest amount of the papaya extract or the papaya enzymes. So that will give you, out of all of them that are still gentle, it gives you the most of that papaya extract or papaya enzyme. You also have the rice in here. So the rice brand provides the physical exfoliation. There's Japanese wild rose in here. And then there was some other extracts that are geared towards balancing oil production, balancing sebum production, those types of things that are specific to the deep. So that's why this one's geared towards oily combination acne prone skin. But what I really appreciated, because it can sometimes be an issue with these powder washes, is the pH can be a little all over the place. I've seen some that are pH balanced, some that are super high pH. So I was really wanting to research and look into that, and I was happy to find that this particular rice wash or this particular polish or enzymatic kind of exfoliation powder is pH neutral, pH balanced. So it looks similar to, and I don't know if Hiram might have mentioned this, he might not have, but it looks similar to the By Wish Trend. It's their green tea enzyme powder wash. It looks similar in style. Of course, that one's a lot more affordable. Maybe he did mention that as like the affordable dupe, but I am curious to see if there's something different in how these are milled, if it's more fine, the kind of lather it creates, if that price bump is reflected in how it performs. I'm very curious about that. So that's that. I also have one other I wanted to share with you, and that's the Good Molecules Pineapple Exfoliating Powder. I got this after seeing it on the No BS Beauty channel with Sarah. I don't remember if she did a full review of this or just initial impressions, but I think she seemed pretty happy with it. But I was immediately intrigued. She and I have totally different skin. She's got very, very dry skin. I have more oily. So even if it's something that she is kind of meh about, I'll usually still give it a go if it looks interesting based on the information that she provided. And so this has vitamin C in it. It also has the rice extract, so I think it uses that same kind of form of physical exfoliation. It's also got silk powder, calamine in it, which is great for soothing, ascorbic acid, pineapple fruit extract, kiwi extract. So this looks interesting as well, and I already kind of cracked it open, or at least took a look at the glass jar, and you can kind of see, I don't know if you'll be able to catch that. Oh yeah, so you can see it's that like super fine powder in there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that compares to the Tatcha. Both look very interesting. So that's that. That's kind of my little mini haul, plus some other things that are in the closet waiting to be used. So let me know if you have any experience with any of these products. Also, make sure to comment on what your thoughts are on men's specific skincare. Do you feel that it's even a necessary category anymore? Has everything pretty much melded together? Should everything just be called skincare? Or do you like having that differentiation and having a separate area if you're a guy shopping for skincare, or someone that identifies as a guy, or you're shopping for someone that identifies as male? Do you like having a whole separate little area, like in Target, it's its own little world with its own separate tables and stuff, and it's completely different from the beauty section? So do you think that's even necessary at this point? Should it all just be in one big area? What do you shop for when you're looking for your men's skincare? What makes that stand out for you? Is it the fragrance? Is it because it claims to do something specific for your skin? I'm just very intrigued, because to me, I think, personally, I think it should all just be kind of clumped together. There shouldn't be one difference from the other. But let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching this video, and as always, stay glowing. Bye, everyone!